submissions of couple to one another is fundamental to fulfilling the purpose of God in marriage. The ultimate purpose of God for marriage institution is for mankind to experience his agape love toward us and to reciprocate the love of God to others. Our society is what it is today majorly because of hatred, anger, and desire for retaliation. Therefore, as Christian couple, we should reset our mind and ask God for his grace to love one another. For us to fulfill the purpose of agape love, God in his word this morning is calling our attention to a key obligations, which is submission to one another as Christian couple. I want you to tell your partner, I want to tell your spouse seated by you that God wants you and me to submit to one another. You can say it better. God wants you and me to submit to one another. Now, what is this submission? Submission is a word that can have plenty meaning, but in the concept of this seminar, submission in the context of this seminar is for the husband to give proper and adequate recognition to his wife as a major stakeholder in their marriage relationship. Submission in the context of this seminar is for the husband to give proper and adequate recognition to his wife as a major stakeholder in their marriage relationship. It also means that the husband is always willing and ready to accept the wisdom and idea of his wife that may be better for living than that of his own, for him in particular and for the family in general. What becomes the goal of the family may not necessarily be the idea of the husband, but also from other members of the family, of which the wife is number one. And so when we say submission from the passage we have read, submit to one another, number one thing that this submission meant is that the man should know that the wife is a stakeholder. The wife is a joint heir. The wife is not there as a subordinate. The wife is not there and somebody to cook the food and take care of the children. The wife is there as a joint heir. That is number one thing that it meant. And friends, no matter how God could bless us, no matter how the knowledge we have, when as a man, I'm urging all my colleagues, when we don't see our wife as a stakeholder, when we don't see the wife in the home as someone who is equal with you when it comes to, God creation, no matter how good we may think we are, no matter how prosperous we may think we are, that lack of recognition will affect our blessings. Submission for the wife means accepting her husband as the head under God, regardless of the husband's background, education, and financial status. It is the wife acknowledging the husband as the superintendent who coordinates the ideas and resources of the family into assets. Since there is no organization without organogram, God in his wisdom made the man the head in marriage institution organogram. Therefore, the wife has to accept her husband as head under Christ. It is in this submission to one another that love makes sense. For you, the wife, marriage institution as God ordained it, it is the man that he put there as the head. And so submission now means you acknowledge, you recognize, you accept your husband as the head of this institution. There is no organization, there is no institution without organogram. For instance, in the church, the organogram is number one, pastor, the diaconate, the church council. And in our own case as Baptists, all of you are stakeholders